I would like to invite the speakers back up onto the stage. Zainab, Nav, and George, please. We're going to have a Q&A session. So just like last time, there's going to be mics moving around. Let me know where your question's at. There's a question definitely down here. And to the online audience, remember, you can drop a question in the comment box. We've got a moderator that will read it out.
This is for George. You know that part you worked on at Rolls Royce. What was it, and what did you improve?
So the funniest thing is that part was one of the most simplest parts you can fix. Have you ever heard of a bolt before? A bolt, you know, like a screw on a boat, yeah? Cool. So I realized that there was a bolt within the jet engine, so it was civil aerospace, and essentially, let's say the boat is like this, and air is going over it. So when it goes over it, you have something called drag, aerodynamic drag, which essentially wastes energy, right? Waste fuel. So what I essentially did was find a way to make that more aerodynamic, and I did that, essentially just shorten it, and you give it a better shape, and then following that, so what they do is they spend around 500 million on a 1% improvement in what they call specific fuel consumption, or SFC, and I managed to improve it by 0.1%. So we're looking for the marginal gains because it had a lot of different bolts, as you can imagine, across the engine. So because it had economies of scale, we managed to kind of make that difference, and yeah, 50 million later.
Yo.
Yeah, so you can do very simple things. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to take something that no one has looked at before. I wasn't interested in the sexy components and turbines and stuff. I just wanted an opportunity to try something new.
Thank you for that insight, George. We've got a question back here. Mike's coming to you, miss.
Hi. My question is, how do you balance living in the moment with like going towards your dreams? So I'm a firm believer in making sacrifices for the things that you want, but you also need to live in the moment, which is also said before by the other panel. And I just wanted to know, like, how do you balance that? Because you want to get somewhere and you believe in yourself, but at the same time, you feel like you're missing out on what's going on now, and then you're worrying too much. So what do you do if you're in that dilemma, which is directed to anyone?
Zainab, would you like to go first?
The first thing that comes to me, again, is what I just said. You have to run your own race. So I have twins, and when I had my twins, it was like just before my career had properly like kicked off. And to be really honest with you, I felt exactly the same, where, oh my God, my career is gonna fall apart. Oh my God, I can't do what I needed to do. I can't go out. But actually, I had to take that time out. Yes, I did have to take that time out, and there was a bit of FOMO, like fear of missing out. But now, 2 years on, I'm back out at it again, and you know, they don't hold me back. So what I want to say is, you have to focus on the here and the now. What is the most important thing to do right now? Is it really go to the club or go to the day party, or is it to focus on passing your exams to make sure you do well? So when you are at that day party in a month or so time, you don't feel guilty because you know you're going to be banging and your grades are going to be good. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, love that. Quickly, Zainab, your first kids, twins?
Yes, yeah.
Deep end, you went in at the deep end. All right, cool. Thank you for that insight, though. Let's get some more questions, please. We have a question from Sabira, is it? Just down here. A mic's coming to you right here.
Thank you, and thank you to the panelists. It was really interesting listening to you all. I just wanted to ask to all three of you, how do you deal with the imposter syndrome? And would you say, what are the tips to overcome that?
Dealing with imposter syndrome. Now, if you want to...
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not meant to be here, right? I deal with it every day. And I think having people around you that keep you humble and have a good support network around you really helps, and has powered me into doing things that I never even could have imagined as a young kid, and everyone feels the same. So if you're feeling like an imposter, everyone else around you is feeling like an imposter as well. It's just that some people are better at hiding it than you are sometimes. But everyone's very human, I think, and everyone has fears.
Thank you. Anyone else want to speak to experiences?
Yeah, I can go for it. I never have the right answer for it, to be fair, but I think my approach, generally speaking, has been having communities outside of those spaces that I don't feel comfortable, that I'm very comfortable in, to fail and to grow and develop. That's kind of been the key and number one thing. So whether that be my accountability group, Amos Bursary, like different people that I know, they're doing pretty well, and we all have these feelings, we all have these insecurities, but at that place we can kind of just make that known and grow together, and they give me the confidence and the boost that I need for every single opportunity. And a lot of times I also think it's about being as prepared as possible as well. So before I know I'm going to do something, it's over preparation every single time, so that I know when I go there it's going to be fairly organic, because I know the main points I want to get across, or the main thing that I want to do. So as a result, I can just stay in that zone, as opposed to getting pulled by the different emotions that I might feel. So yeah, that's the main thing, having a community outside of that place that I don't feel comfortable. And then eventually trying as soon as possible as well, I'd say a very practical tip, is to speak with people that are more senior in the organization. Because once you can actually do that, and you have the relationship with them, it's like, okay, they're pretty cool. So what about everyone else in the middle? It's not that deep, you know what I mean? Because you can kind of speak with them, communicate with them, speak about your fears. So I think that has helped me a lot, just to go straight to the top if I can. And then everyone else is like, okay, I've done the hardest thing. So yeah, that's my approach.
It's a good tip.
I was just going to mention as well, I think one piece of advice that's helped me along the way is finding a mentor that you can go to and ask any questions, and just having that guiding light throughout your career.
Can I also add something as well? So actually, I'm going to be really honest and say, me speaking here today, I said to Nika, who is the co-founder of AFBE, I said, I'm not supposed to be here because the caliber of people here today is amazing. But she said to me, no, Zay, you're actually fantastic. And how I deal with imposter syndrome is by doing what I think I can't do, for instance, or being told what I can't do. For instance, my mum saying, you can't study. I said, all right, cool, that's your opinion, I'm going to do it. Having the opportunity to be on Nat Geo, talking about different historical structures, and that's going to be broadcasted in September, I don't think I could do it. I don't think they would even accept for me to do it. But I thought, all right, let's just see how it goes, and lo and behold, I'm going to be on TV. It's just being able to change your mindset and say, okay, I think I can't do it, but look at your skills and think, no, actually, tick box, yeah, I can. Yeah? That's all.
Thank you very much. Inspirational answers. Do we have any questions online? We got a question from online. Can we get the mic over here, sir?
Yes, we have a question online from Phil, who said a question for Zainab. How did Brunel University and your final year project help you shape your career?
Whoa, I didn't even know I did a... how did that shape my career? So, interesting, my undergrad degree, I got a 2-1, and my dissertation played a big part in it because I had this big idea, lab test, but it didn't pull through. So when I went and did my master's, rather than doing it so big and such on a big scale, I ended up doing it on software, like a finite element software. And to be honest with you, being able to take that big idea that was sponsored by, I think it was at the time by Tata Steel, that really helped to, first of all, because of the amount of research I've had to do, understand how structures work specifically, being able to interact with different kinds of people, so lecturers, company, different organizations. It really helped to boost my confidence. So I think up until now, I really do use that. And even like sustainability now, what my project was on, how many years ago I finished uni, I think about 7 years ago, we're trying to go into that now. So it really did open up a lot of doors for me to answer the question.
Thank you. And I think that is all we have time for in terms of questions. I know there's a couple lingering questions at the back. Please make sure to talk directly to our very elite panelists. And just one more time, a huge round of applause for all of our speakers.